Okay folks, welcome back to the Long Dark. We are here exactly where we left off, and I'm going to start off by saying I am being very quiet because yet again it is early in the morning and I don't want to wake people in the house up. But we are here in the Long Dark. We are exactly where we left off. We're in the cabin. It's dark, it's the middle of the night, we're not in brilliant shape at the moment, we're pretty tired, we're hungry, we're thirsty. So what we're going to do, let's get ourselves sorted out before we do anything else, and then we shall make our way through the night into the following morning. So let's eat the dog food that we have. So that will give us a fair chunk of calories. We have a can opener, it now uses it automatically. At one point the game did actually ask you which one you wanted to use, but it now does it automatically. Now we need to gather some food. Part of me wants to go a-hunting. There is that deer carcass, of course. There is a bed in this cabin. There it is. Let's try and do 8 hours. If it'll let us do 8 hours, that'll be pretty cool, because that will... Because we're already part way through the night, hopefully that'll bring us through all the way through to the following morning. We woke up fully rested, so it didn't quite do 8 hours, and we're not quite through to the following morning, so... Okay, let's eat a cattail, and see if there's any cattails around the, what's it as well. Part of me is actually tempted to head out there now. What's my... Let's just check a few bits and pieces. Carrying weight, we've got plenty. What's my firewood situation like? Ooh. Not... Oh, it's actually, I've got a couple of pieces. It's not fantastic, but I've got a bit. How much fuel have I got on my storm lantern? Not a lot. Let me just light up a little bit, just to get myself orientated. What I'm thinking is there anything in here I can break down to get some more firewood? I can break down the bench, I can probably break down these shelves. Let's break down these shelves, let's just turn off the light. I don't want to... There we go, that will give us a pretty... Oh, that's just annoying. I don't want to waste my lantern fuel. Okay, well, let's see if we can... we're going to have to pass time for a little bit, aren't we? If we pass time for 2 hours... There we go, that's brought us through to daylight. Right, so, let's just drink. I don't know what my water situation's like either. There we go. Let's get rid of our storm lantern, we don't need that anymore. Let's just break down the shelves now then, and get ourselves some nice firewood. We are hungry, not much we can do about that. Let's just eat some cattail stalks, just to stop ourselves losing any condition. Let's head outside. Hopefully the weather's okay out here. What I'm thinking of doing is heading back to Unnamed Pond, where there's a deer carcass, and see if we can harvest that deer carcass. Okay, weather's not too bad. Temperature's probably not great. -5, actually, it's not too bad. Okay, let's head out this way. Now, we've got to be wary of the wolves. There's one. Oops, wrong thing. Now, obviously the gun, as we've said in past videos, is not a defensive weapon. It's not something you don't just blindly shoot the wolves, like we're doing in our Half-Life 2 playthrough. But I am kind of wondering if I can hunt the wolves, take the wolves out. Because that would be pretty cool. It's actually going to be quite a challenge, this, because I want to harvest the deer carcass that's over here. But I don't want to get picked off by the wolves in the process. But I'm going to end up with quite a lot to haul back to the cabin. And if I quarter it... I think it's kind of left there deliberately as a bit of a bait. To bait you into an area where the wolves are going to come and get you. Okay, what are we going to get? Oh, well that's almost pointless, but we are going to get a hide from it. Oh, there's no point quartering that, to be perfectly honest. We're not going to... It's going to take 1 hour 14. Well, let's just do it.
Damn it. I'm so hungry.
Oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. I was kind of hoping to get a bit more off that. Okay, the wolves are over the other side of that hill. Yeah, so that's no cattails over here. Oh, there's a wolf. Oh no. Okay, he's stalking us, I can see. So let's get ourselves onto the hunting stand. So we know we're safe up here. In fact, they're both stalking us. So we're safe on the hunting stand, and I'm wondering whether I can take either of them out. This could be interesting. They zigzag if you've got the gun out, it's worth pointing out. The only thing is, they go under the stand, and I can't... You can't shoot them from under the stand. They have to... Let's keep the gun ready if he... It's really hard to aim this thing. Kind of hoping he's going to pop out where I'm pointing, because it's a bit hard to move it around. Okay, one of them's run off over there. Has brought down a rabbit, so he's got distracted. Whoa, he got me! How did he do that? He got me through the floor. He got me through the floor. Whew, that's got the heart rate going. Right, okay, let's just check our afflictions. We are having blood loss, so we need to deal with that. So let's find a bandage quickly in our first aid kit. And I suspect we're going to have an infection risk as well. Whew, that got the old heart rate going. I'm going to take the painkillers as well, simply because I want the full use of all of my limbs. Oh, now I'm slightly nervous. I'm not as safe in here as I thought I was. Got him! What a shot that was. What a shot that was. Okay, perfect. So, one of them we've attacked with a knife and frightened away. This one we've brought down. So, let us do our fire trick with this fella. Oh, I don't really want to put it there because that puts the fire between me and the stairs. Stick. Wood match because I really need the thing to light. Let's get ourselves a fire going. That's a shot in a million. It really is hard. It is not a point. It's not a first-person shooter. The Long Dark. It's not easy. Oh, that's just annoying. It's not easy to hit things with the rifle when they're moving, when they're running quite quickly. But shot in a million. We did get him down. Okay, let's try this again. The fire is to stop us from freezing whilst we're quartering the wolf, and also to keep the other wolf away in case it does come back, in case we didn't mortally wound it, because we don't know. Oh, this is just going to be a nuisance. I can see this. This is just going to be a problem, isn't it? Okay, I've run out of birch tinder. Right, let's use the cedar firewood this time. Really could do with this just lighting. So this is good because we've already got a wolf pelt. We know we can eat the wolf meat. We have this risk of parasites, but we can manage that. Come on, fire! You know you want a light. Oh, for goodness sake! This is getting ridiculous. Come on! I'm going to run out of matches at this rate. It's one of those moments where you wish you did actually have some accelerant.
Come on, little fire.
If I've got accelerant, I tend to give it 3 attempts and then I use the accelerant just to get the thing lit. This is starting to get a bit silly. We just have to keep doing it until it lights. This kind of happens in the Long Dark. You'll kind of go for ages and it just lights perfectly. And then you'll get in this loop where it just will not light for love nor money. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. slightly better sign. Hopefully this is going to make it. There we go. That's how you do it. Right, okay, let's chuck some reclaimed wood on there. I want to give myself probably a couple of hours on this fire. Duck down behind it, and then we're going to... Do you know what? How long is it going to take us to quarter it? An hour. Regardless of what tool we use, so I'll use the hatchet. I don't know if we lose anything when we quarter. I'm going to quarter it. There we go, and we're going to drag it back. I am assuming there must be a penalty for quartering over harvesting there and then. No. No. I'm after the pelt. That you have very conveniently left right under the fire. There's also a rabbit over there.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I can still move though. I'm going after the rabbit. I don't want to waste anything. Oh, what do you mean there's nothing to harvest? Oh, I was kind of hoping there'd be a pelt. That's annoying. Right, okay, so... They've obviously changed. That's something they've obviously changed, because you used to be able to still get pelts, even if there was nothing else left. So they've obviously changed that. I've got a little bit left on this fire, so let's make advantage of what we have left on this fire to restock our water. Again, we don't want to waste fire. Never want to waste fire if we can avoid it, even if we're out in the wilderness. Probably less if we're out in the middle of nowhere, a long way from shelter. But we know. Oh, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Okay, so we know there's probably still a wolf wandering about somewhere. Did I spot some reishi mushrooms? What's my... I'm thinking of all these things I can harvest. I'm actually quite a long way overweight, so let's not worry too much about that. We'll come back here in a bit. It's nice, and look at this, nice weather. It's not even freezing, so not bad. Not a bad haul. Not a bad trip here. And we may well have brought the other wolf down as well. We just don't know where it is. So if we find that whilst we're sorting ourselves out. What I want to try and think about doing fairly shortly is getting some of this stuff back to the Trapper's cabin, but I'm quite happy operating out of this little cabin for the time being. Get ourselves a bit of a food stockpile and a bit of a pelt stockpile. The only problem is the more resources I stockpile here, the more I've got to have to transfer back. There's lots of limbs around here for firewood. I knew there was, they were just a bit further away than I thought. So I couldn't find them when I had that whiteout when I came to look for them. In fact, part of me's thinking, since the weather at the moment is pretty good, let's just duck in, ditch everything we're carrying, come back out and grab some firewood. Because we are going to need it, so... In fact, I'm tempted to do that. Let's just do a bit of a sprint just to try and get this done quick. So let's just drop what we're carrying. Because I've already got some stuff curing in here, haven't I? I've got some saplings.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Okay, so let's drop the pelt. Let's drop those. I'm carrying saplings as well. I'd forgotten I had those. And I've got the deer hide from the deer. And I've got meat that I can be carrying. I can be ditching as well. Not much. And I've got my my wolf quarters. And the only container is this one, which I think I've got stuff in actually, haven't I? Yep. Quite a lot of stuff actually. Oh, books as well. I could have done with them for starting fires. Never mind. Food. Let's get rid of these two just so we're not smelly. Oh, that litre of water we made is the only litre I've got. That's a good job I did it. Okay, I'm going to sort all this out in a minute. I want to go outside and grab some firewood while the weather's pretty good. So we're going to grab some firewood and we're going to do some housekeeping. So let me get rid of the rifle because, again, it's not a defensive weapon. We don't want to go wasting bullets defensively. We want to grab some firewood. Cool, so this is a cedar limb. It's at 45 minutes to break it down. I want to just basically grab as much as I can. It's going to restock my tinder as well. That's a furling. I know I'm hungry and I know I'm dehydrated, but that's not a problem. We'll sort that out in a minute. Basically just want to grab all the firewood I can. These are branches, aren't they? I never bother wasting time with branches. Oh, we're walking into a headwind, that's why we're going so slowly. I was thinking we're very encumbered. We're not actually encumbered at all. We're just walking into a headwind, that's why we're going so slowly. Pick some sticks up as well as we go. Because we're going to be doing a big fire, that's going to be our housekeeping job. So what I want to do is tidy up inside the cabin, get things laid out a bit more logically, and then we're going to get all that meat together and do a fire. We have to do it outside, we have to do it in the porch here. There is no indoor fireplace in this cabin, so we have to do it outside. Okay, so let's just let's pick up this stack of papers. We'll turn that into some tinder. Let's start our housekeeping jobs then. So, under fire starting materials, let's break these down into tinder plugs. Again, I'm not too worried about the fact that I'm dehydrated and hungry and everything else. We'll sort that out in a moment. Okay, looking pretty good there. I know it's all kind of heavy, but I'm going to be using it in a moment, so we'll leave it. Okay, there.
So dry.
Okay, let's sort out our well, we'll sort out our thirst, I think. Let's just drink. As part of our big cook-off, we'll do some water as well. I've got 4 bullets left in my gun. I was thinking how many bullets I had left. Okay, so we're looking pretty good with what we're carrying then. So we're going to keep all of that. I was going to drop some of the stuff, that's why I kind of stood there, but I'm not going to bother with that, I think. Okay, we've got the wolf quarters. Let's
carry much more.
Pick them back up. Wolf pelt. Let's lay that there. Deer hide. Let's lay that there. We've got the gut. We'll kind of just lay that out as well over here. Don't like to have it in a big pile, so let's move it around. Just get it out of the way. And then we've got some saplings, and we'll lay these down where the other saplings are. Are these ones cured? No, they're not cured. None of it's cured. So this is all curing now. So everything is curing, ready for us to use. Although we did get a survival bow, didn't we? So we do actually have a bow. I don't remember what I did with it, but we do actually have a bow somewhere. I might even still be carrying it, actually. I'm either carrying it or it's somewhere in here. I don't think I'm carrying it. No. So that would suggest I've put it somewhere. Did I put it in here? Perchance? I did. There it is. Let's get that meat back.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I know, don't worry. Okay, so let's deal with our deer quarters now then. They're going to be... where are they? In our food section? Yeah. I love how it's deer quarters, but there's only 3 of them. May well be one's degraded, actually. Right, okay, so hatchet or knife? I'm going with hatchet simply because... What do you mean nothing to... Oh, it's because I've forgotten to select it. I'm going with hatchet simply because my knife is starting to get a little bit low. I haven't got a whetstone over here, so I'm going to need to sharpen that when we get back to Trapper's cabin. So let's harvest what we can. I'm going to do a little research into quartering carcasses to see whether it gives you a real bonus, whether there's any real benefit, or whether you lose anything by doing it. Just because I'm not sure. Okay, we've got a decent amount of meat now. So we need to cook all this up. It has just gone dark. What's our condition like? 59, so it's not too bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not too bad. We are starving. We are quite tired. That's the only thing. Part of me is tempted to I'm just trying to think what the best thing to do is. I think what I'm going to do, we'll have some of this tea that we've got. That will fully rehydrate us and give us a few calories. And then I'm going to do a short sleep, and then I think we'll build a fire up through the night to cook all this meat, get ourselves some more water stockpiled and all that kind of good stuff, and then we'll be fully sorted out, and then we can think about starting to transfer some stuff back over to Trapper's Cabin. But I think we shall do that in the next video. So I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. As always, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I really hope you're enjoying the long dark. Thank you for joining me. It is there hasn't been very much news on Long Dark updates and things like that. I'm working about a month ahead in terms of recording schedules, but I'm trying to shuffle in some when the Long Dark updates come on to make sure you can get them pretty much straight away. So, but we haven't really had any news, and it's been interesting, that one, whether we're going to get any until the last minute. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. But right now in this series on Long Dark, I am going to say thank you so much for watching. Questions, comments, hit them in the section down below, and I shall do my very best to answer them. But right now, join me next time for some more Long Dark. But thank you so much for watching. I shall see you again very, very soon.